Okay, class, open up your textbooks and turn to the chapter called, I think it's Fall of American Democracy, and then look for the heading called This is the Summary.
Right.
Let me paint you a little picture. You've got a nice, prosperous democracy, but let's say the current president of that democracy figures out if him and his friends drag out the final vote in crucial swing states, then those states would be required to select electors. Now here's where it gets interesting. If there's no decision made by that time, then the current president gets to basically cancel out the popular vote and ask state legislators to decide who wins the election. Now let's also say the legislators also happen to be in the same party and are allies with that president. We all know who's getting chosen. Welcome, my friends, to the United States of America. Basically, Trump is legally trying to steal the election. Although, to be honest, we don't really know if Trump's plan is going to be a success. Because essentially, it's going to come down to the Supreme Court. Which means, actually no, Trump will get away with it.
The president says he needs to move quickly to name a replacement so the full court can hear any cases that come up from the November election.
We need 9 justices. You need that. With the unsolicited millions of ballots that they're sending, it's a scam, it's a hoax. Everybody knows that. And the Democrats know it better than anybody else. So you're going to need 9 justices up there. It's a very serious problem. And the Democrats know what they're doing is wrong, and all they want to do is go forward with it. So I think you're going to need the 9 justices.
Oh yeah, you think that's all bad? Wait till you see this.
Never in the history of this country has there not been a peaceful transfer of power after a presidential election, but now President Trump is suggesting he might not accept the election results if he is not the winner.
The president is taking a position on this issue that is not just unprecedented, but critics warn it is dangerous, refusing to endorse one of the most basic tenets of American democracy.
Will you commit to making sure that there is a peaceful transfer of power after the election?
Well, we're going to have to see what happens. You know that I've been complaining very strongly about the ballots, and the ballots are a disaster.
I understand that, but people are rioting. Do you commit to making sure that there's a peaceful transfer of power?
We want to get rid of the ballots, and we'll have a very peaceful. There won't be a transfer, frankly. There'll be a continuation.
Okay, well, Trump, hold on. Before you destroy American democracy and start a civil war, can we at least make the fall of the world's greatest democracy epic? Like, I want to run into battle on a flying carpet with Duel of the Fates playing in the background and holding a plate full of vegetables to throw right at Trump's face. He will have no clue what hit him. No, I mean literally. He will have no idea what hit him. But seriously, this is really bad for anyone who really, truly cares about democracy. For the first time since the creation of America, a president is saying that he will not accept the outcome of an election. This is so bad, even Don's own homies are speaking out.
Republican lawmakers defending the idea of a peaceful transfer of power, but unwilling to attack the president directly. Senator Mitt Romney tweeting, "Any suggestion that a president might not respect this constitutional guarantee is both unthinkable and unacceptable." We just got a tweet from Marco Rubio also, who says, "As we have done for over 2 centuries, we will have a legitimate and fair election."
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell tweeted this, and there will be an orderly transition just as there has been every 4 years since 1792.
Thank you so much for that reassuring comment, Mitch McConnell, because you've never lied or deceived the American people in any way, shape, or form prior to this. I'll tell you, when I heard these things about Donald Trump, I was full of anger and hate. But this video made me feel just a little bit better. Because as much as I want to scream at Trump's face, I don't really get that opportunity. But it's nice to see that other people have been able to.
President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump arrived at the Supreme Court Thursday morning to pay their respects to Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Mourners waiting in line to do the same booed and chanted when they saw the president had arrived.
My man got booed at a funeral. That is when you know, my friends, you done fucked up. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, the iconic Supreme Court justice who just recently died last week. There's currently an all-out war for her replacement. What I find is so funny is we almost had the exact same situation right before the 2016 election, when Obama tried to fill a vacancy in the Supreme Court, but Republicans like Mitch McConnell and Lindsey Graham said that no, you should wait until after the election, when there's a new president, to then fill the vacancy. Oh, and by the way, how's that going, Lindsey?
Republican Senator Lindsey Graham's own words are coming back to haunt him. He's now vowing to support President Trump in any effort to move forward in filling Ginsburg's seat before the election. But here's what he said back in 2016 when President Obama was in office.
I want you to use my words against me. If there's a Republican president in 2016 and a vacancy occurs in the last year of the first term, you can say, Lindsey Graham said, let's let the next president, whoever it might be, make that nomination, and you could use my words against me, and you'd be absolutely right. We're setting a precedent here today, Republicans are, that you're not going to fill a vacancy of the Supreme Court. That's going to be the new rule.
And he repeated this in 2018.
If an opening comes in the last year of President Trump's term and the primary process is started, we'll wait till the next election.
You're on the record.
Yeah.
All right.
Hold the tape.
Well, you got your wish. All of America is using your words against you. What I don't understand about this is Trump can't even pick his own partner for life. How should we expect him to be able to pick a Supreme Court justice for life? The saddest thing about all of this is Ruth Bader Ginsburg won't be able to see me flying into battle on a magic carpet. Man, it would have been glorious. Now on to COVID-19, the topic that I've talked about so much that I've run out of jokes for it. The pandemic in the United States has been filled with chaos and disorganization. And well, clearly, that trend is continuing.
Breaking within the last half hour, we've learned the Pentagon used $1 billion of taxpayer money meant for masks and swabs to instead make jet engine parts and body armor. That comes out to a third of the pandemic relief approved earlier this year. The Washington Post reporting the CARES Act gave the Pentagon money to prevent, prepare for, and respond to the virus. The Defense Department made the payments, even though health officials believe there are still major funding gaps in responding to the pandemic.
Wow. The Pentagon took COVID being airborne way too seriously. I don't understand why people have such a hard time understanding the true threats of this virus. The worst part about all of this is that we've just crossed 200,000 deaths in the United States due to COVID-19. Well, now speaking of things being airborne, airline companies are having to get creative.
A 7-hour trip around Australia, where you don't get off the plane at all. Demand is high. Tickets sold out in just 10 minutes. The date of this flight to nowhere and back is October the 10th, and the plane is a Boeing 787 Dreamliner, one usually reserved for international travel. This time, though, it's a long, local cruise. Flights like these have become more common in recent months. In July, Taipei's Songshan Airport began the first of 3 flights to nowhere, where passengers got on board a plane and it never actually took off. Royal Brunei Airlines did a dine and fly sightseeing tour in August. And Singapore Airlines is reportedly considering a new route as well. To nowhere.
No, hold on. Let me get this straight. You're gonna buy a ticket, go to the airport, get on the plane, and then just a few hours later, you're gonna get off the plane, right back where you started? Newark Airport has been doing this for a very, very long time. Wow. They were way ahead of the game. Anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. There are a couple of pretty exciting things that are going to be happening in the next few months, so please stay tuned for that. So if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Stay updated with the channel. Have a great day whenever you're watching this, and I will see you guys in the next one.